I'm Helen. Welcome to my third YouTube video. So today I've got an unofficial aim of avoiding saying the word so at the beginning of every sentence, so you'll be able to see how I get on with that. Today we're going to be solving a relatively challenging bracket expansion problem. So the question is, what's the coefficient of x squared in this expansion, just here? As you see, is a complicated expansion, and we could work it out using the binomial expansion to help us. We could expand all of the first bracket, and then we could expand all of the second bracket, and then we could multiply it all together. But as you can imagine, that would be a very long and difficult job to do, fraught with potential mistakes. So we're going to try and be a bit more strategic than that, because we only want the coefficient of the x squared term. So let's think how the x squared appears when these two brackets are expanded and multiplied together. It appears from a constant in the first term multiplied by an x squared term in the second bracket, and it appears from the x term in that bracket multiplied by the x term in the second bracket, and it also appears from the x squared term in that bracket multiplied by the constant term in the second bracket. So if we are targeted in how we expand the brackets, then we'll be able to generate those specific terms and not have a lot of work to do that would end up being unnecessary. So let's go for that. Let's do that. So using the binomial expansion, this one expands to 1 to the power 6, which we know is 1. Put that there. Then it's 6, choose 1, multiplied by 1 to the power 5, which we know is 1. We don't need to write multiplied by 1. And then the b term in that bracket is 3x. So let's multiply it by 3x just to the power 1. Okay, next term. 6, choose 2. The a term is 1. 1 to the power 4, we know is 1. We don't need to write multiplied by 1. B term is 3x, and this time we're raising it to the power 2. Okay, so this does carry on, but we're not going to write the continuation. And on to the second bracket expansion. I don't think there's going to be enough room to put it there, so I'm going to go on to the next line, which is not ideal, but hey ho. So let's open the bracket. 2 to the power 5 is the first term. The second term is 5, choose 1, multiplied by the a term to the power 4, multiplied by the b term, which is minus x. Don't forget the minus. Next term is 5, choose 2. We've got the a term to the power 3. All the time the powers are going down. Multiplied by the b term to the power 2. All the time the b term is going up in power. That's the end of that. We know that that continues, but we're not going to carry on. We've decided that that would be wasted work. We don't want that. So here we have the first one partially expanded, and the second one also partially expanded. And we know from our original plan that what we're looking for now is this information from these two partially expanded brackets. So let's find it. So we've got 1, the constant term, multiplied by this term in the second brackets, which is going to generate the x squared term. 1 multiplied by 5 choose 2, which is 10, multiplied by 2 to the power 3, which is 8, multiplied by minus x squared, and that will be x squared. So here we've done that one now. Oops. So we've done the constant multiplied by the x squared term in the second bracket. Okay, so carrying on, we're looking for the x term multiplied by the x term. So let's do that. So 6 choose 1 is 6, multiplied by 3x in that one. Second one, we've got 5 choose 1 and 2 to the power 4, 16, multiplied by minus x. Okay, so we've done that now. Okay, and the last term, we've got the x squared term in the first bracket. 6 choose 2 is 15, multiplied by 3 squared, which is 9, and we've got x squared in that term, and we need to multiply that by the constant in the second bracket, 2 to the power 5, which is 32. Okay, so we have pinpointed all of the x squared terms. So let's simplify these and get down to what the overall coefficient is. So 10 times 8 is obviously 80. 80x squared, that's the first term. Right, so I'm anticipating there's going to be a negative on this one. Okay, so here we have 6 times 3 times 5 times 16, and that is that, multiplied by x squared. Okay, simplifying the last bracket, we've got 15 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 32, and that is 4,320. Right, we've simplified them now, and then overall that is 2,960x. So the answer to the question is 2,960. After listening to that, you might want to have a go at a question for yourself. So here is a question. Feel free to pause the video, have a good go at it, remember the points, and see if you can come up with the answer. And the answer is minus 6. That's the coefficient of the x squared term. Now I'm going to edit the video and count how many so's I said at the beginning of the sentence. Thank you very much for watching.